think I'm ready for this. My poor lips. Hi everyone! Today what I'll be doing is reviewing the Superstay Matte Ink by Maybelline. So I picked up 5 shades out of the 10 super saturated shades that they have. Today I will be swatching for you Heroine, Dreamer, Pioneer, Loyalist, and Voyager. I picked up the shades that I would honestly wear on a daily basis. So here it says, ink your lips in up to 16-hour saturated liquid matte. Superstay Matte Ink features a unique arrow applicator for precise application and is available in 10 super saturated shades. It has 4.4 stars, so almost 4.5. That's really high reviews. And this retails for $9.49, but I did buy this at CVS and I had a 30% coupon off, so these ended up being a little bit cheaper. But I'll be doing, I've never tried these before. These are my first impressions. I honestly don't think that I have any liquid lipsticks besides NYX that are drugstore. Everything else that I own is pretty much on the higher end, so I'm really excited to try something that could possibly work out for me that is not $20. I do have lipstick on. So I'm gonna clean this off. I'm gonna start with the lighter shades just in case they do stain my lips so that I can kind of make sure to stay within the actual color that the lipstick is. I'm gonna start with Loyalist, go into Dreamer, how this works, yep, go into Heroine, then I'm gonna go into Pioneer, and then I'm gonna go into Voyager. I'm gonna start with the color, obviously, Loyalist. Actually, the packaging is pretty cute. It's pretty sleek. I like that you can tell what color the product is by the color outside. And I did read that it has a very interesting applicator, which kind of reminds me of the Smashbox, which I magically happen to have here. So this is the Smashbox Wand. The only difference that I see between the two is the Smashbox is a little more curved, and this is just kind of straight, but it is that same arrowhead and has the hollow middle for the product to kind of stay in. So I'm going to wipe off the excess. Like I usually do. There's obviously some in the middle, which should kind of disperse on the lip as I'm putting it on. So I'm just gonna go and shut up and start swatching. Here is the color Loyalist. It's a very pretty pink. I think it's kind of coming off a little bit different on the camera than it is in person because this is very flattering on me. And I usually don't wear pinks in general, but this is just light enough for me to really be like, yeah, feeling myself. Feels very comfortable on the lips. This was one swatch, wiped, like with the excess product wiped away. It's very opaque, which is nice that you don't need like 30 layers of this to get it to the color that you want it to be. But obviously that could just be with the lighter shades. As I go on, I'll kind of see how the other ones feel, but I do really like this. Okay, next color that I'm trying on is going to be called Dreamer. So it's a deeper kind of pink color. Like in the other one, I'm wiping away the excess. Man, these are so opaque. This is a little too pink for me personally. Like I said, I don't wear pinks, but if you're into pink, this is a very beautiful color. Okay, I'm gonna kind of need to just tap whatever's kind of left on my beauty blender. Kind of bring back like a even canvas for my lips. So next I'm going to be trying the color Heroine, and it's like a super bright corally color. I'm so excited for this. I tend to really like bright colors. Although this is looking like hot pink more than anything else. Now I feel like this color is going to need a second layer because it is looking super pink right now. So I'm kind of going to just fan these until it dries down a little bit and apply a second layer. I feel like this color is just getting everywhere, but the second layer absolutely made this look much more like the color that it is in the actual container. The 2 layers are kind of bunching up right in the butthole area, in the inner rim of my lips, which I'm not like a huge fan of that. That kind of looks weird to me. But here is the color Heroine. Kind of want to see how long this takes to dry down all the way with 2 layers on. Mattes are a lot better with opacity. I feel like I feel like coral colors are just hard anyways. They have to just dry down really quickly in order for you to be able to achieve the color that you want. And I just don't have patience for colors that are not going to be like immediately the color that I want it to be. So this is kind of starting to dry down. It's been a couple minutes, so I feel like this is probably a 5-minute dry time, becoming a little bit less tacky as the time goes on, which is really nice. Yeah, the only thing is that it's clumping in my inner rim. Can you see? Probably not. That was pretty hard to take off, which means that these are very long lasting, which is good. It's a good sign. Unless you're doing a swatch video, then it sucks. Calm down these red beasts. Next color that I'm gonna try on is going to be Pioneer. It's should be like a true blue red. This might look pink on me too. Right as I said that, okay, yeah, the formula is definitely not consistent. This is a lot less goopy than the orange color that I had. Okay, so this color I am digging. I really like this. It's slightly a little bit on my teeth. So I do like this color a lot more than the orangey one. It's a lot less goopy and thick. And I only needed 1 layer of this, so this is gonna dry down much quicker. The darker colors are staining my lips slightly. And the last color that I'm going to be trying is Voyager. So this is like a dark. Clearly have not had enough coffee today. This is like a dark maroony red, which this is my jam. Okie dokie, so to wrap up my final thoughts, I dig the shape of the wand. I really like this. I think this makes it fairly easy to apply this without any kind of lip liner, which is nice if you don't want to spend extra time kind of outlining your lips, which I usually don't have the time for that. I like to just chuck things on. Out of the 5 shades, the only 2 that I really didn't like are these 2. This one I didn't like, it just didn't match my skin tone, and then this one was just a one-off kind of formula. It didn't feel like the rest. It was a little goopy. Had to apply 2 layers to get a consistent color, and then I obviously had like the kind of gathering in the inner lip area. Those are just not my favorite. I think for the $10, definitely worth picking some colors up and seeing how you like them. So I wanted to jump back on here very quickly and kind of talk about this. So I had thought that I would really like these liquid lipsticks. After wearing this lipstick for what, about an hour, maybe not even, it's still like not dried down, and I ate some brownies and drank some tea and came off like it would normally with most liquid lipsticks. But the thing that's like really weird for me is that it still hasn't dried down all the way. Like it's still sticky. And this is supposed to be matte. Yeah, these are not my favorite. I kind of lost a lot of the spark when I did research that Maybelline is not cruelty free. But definitely the fact that this doesn't dry down feels very different for me. And like it is kind of transferring onto my finger. So that's not entirely my favorite, and I think that there are much better alternatives from NYX, which is also a fairly affordable, cruelty-free, actually, brand, and they have a lot of great liquid lipsticks that are around the same range of pricing and also better quality and just better. So I'm not loving these as much as I thought I would, which is kind of a bummer. So I hope that this little heads up gives you a little more of an idea of what these are going to be like, and I hope that even though it's a cheaper product, that still it helps you make a decision whether you want to buy this or not, and it saves you a little bit of money and a little bit of time. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.